Hey everyone, I am here with a video and we are going to be doing some organization today. As you can see by my little cart, I have quite a bit of products and they're just everywhere. So I'm looking to do some organization for my everyday and project pan stuff. So we are trying out makeup organization. This is something that I bought at the Container Store. It has nice dividing systems that I really thought would come in handy, as well as this nice little removable lipstick holder, or I guess small container holder. We are starting off with my Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. Please don't mind the broken mirror in that. And then my Natasha Denona 5-pan palette. My Going Coconuts palette, which they all have a very either kind of lean warm or neutral type of format to them. So I thought for an everyday thing I could get a lot of use. And my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, which is one of my favorite finishing powders of all time. This is my Tarte palette, and I hadn't tried Tarte blushes before, but I have really been enjoying two in particular of these blushes, which is they're both on either end, the Genuine shade and the Lovable shade. I've really been enjoying both of those. I don't think I'll hit pan on those this year because they're so richly pigmented. You don't need a lot. The next little area, I am hopefully going to finish up this Celestial Skin Liquid Lighting from Kevyn Kwan. I have had this for a little bit of time and it's time for me to use that all up. Unfortunately, I can't tell how much I have, but this Guerlain primer I will definitely be able to use up. It's a little bit drying on my skin, so that's why I also like this Catrice Fresh It Up primer, and this one's pretty affordable. So it's kind of nice. I do have two concealers in this. This one is the Born This Way sculpting concealer, and it's a shade too dark for me, as is the YSL All Hours concealer. They're both a little too dark for my skin tone right now, but I'm making it work by sharing it out quite a bit and using sunscreen. This one is way too dark. I do have to mix this in with moisturizer to get this to work, but I love the finish that it gives my skin. Lancome Skin Feels Good is my absolute favorite one right now. I'm trying out the ColourPop Hyaluronic Tint, but it's kind of breaking me out, so I think I'm going to stop using that one. And this is by far one of my favorite setting sprays, especially for the winter time because it's very hydrating. I haven't tried it in the summertime, so we'll see if it's too sticky for me or not. These are the gem of my makeup collection, the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, which I'm not really a fan of matte bullet lipsticks, but for some reason these just work for me. I have a bit. I have Fawn, Muse, Velvet Decade, and Velvet Ribbon, and they're just absolutely stunning. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. If you love matte lipsticks, you're also going to love them. Which, it's funny because I don't like matte lipsticks, but I still love them. And this is my Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Bond Girl. I don't actually think I showed you the color, so sorry about that. Oh, but I do show you the color in this little mini Bond Girl. I got this to try out the shade, and then I ended up purchasing the full-size product too because I loved it so much. This is a little sample size. I've never tried Buxom before. It has a very cooling effect. My Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which I am trying to pan in 2020. As you can see, I have a very good dip in it. It's so exciting to me to use, to use that product. So I do think I'm going to pan it. And this one I'm definitely going to pan. Unfortunately, it broke, but it was only that base part that broke. You can see it's harder looking than the actual highlighter. Now you can tell why I broke it, because I have a tendency to drop it. My Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder. This one I am definitely going to use up before the end of the year. I love this powder. This is my first Crystal Coat Topper product, and I do like it. It's in peach, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. The Tom Ford Cream Shadow, however, I am going to repurchase platinum once I run out of it. It gives such a great one shade look, and especially if I pair this ColourPop Super Shock highlighter with it, they're both cool tone, and so it just, they pair really nicely together. Do use two mascaras. This the telescopic is for lengthening, and I do like this Tarte Camera Lights lashes in or for volumizing. So unfortunately I lost the bottom half of that packaging. I'm not sure. And I do have two open brow pencils in ebony. One is almost finished, so when I went on my trip I opened another one so I wouldn't run out while I was there. And then of course a clear brow gel, also from Anastasia. This is my lip liner section, and I do like NYX lips. They are a wooden pencil that you have to sharpen, but the formula is typically very creamy. It's I don't use it quite like a lipstick, but it is nice just to be able to line the lips with and fill in really quickly, especially if you're throwing on a gloss over it. Now, this Makeup Forever one, I do actually use this as a lipstick, and it is a little bit pinker than my natural lip shade, but it's one of my favorite lip liners to use as a lipstick. And this Charlotte Tilbury one could actually be used as a lipstick as well. I think Mariah Leonard turned me onto this. It's almost like a primer that you put down so cream shadows won't crease on you. I don't have that problem with my Tom Ford, but other cream shadows that I've tried, I do have that problem, so that works really well. And these Charlotte Tilbury Color Chameleons are some of my favorite formula besides the Tom Ford. I love that smoky emeralds. Those make my very, very brown eyes pop. And if you can't tell, I really like the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Pencils. The green one, unfortunately, I've already finished, and so I'm really sad about that. It's my favorite one, but I'm trying to use up my other products before I purchase anything else. And this Fake Away from Tarte is super creamy. It lasts so long in the waterline. I don't know if a lot of people have talked about it online, but I really love this product a lot. The NYX Matte Liquid Liner is really nice. I actually was recommended this by a friend who is also a makeup enthusiast. I do want to look for a pencil though where the ink is inside the barrel instead of like a brush that you dip. This Marc Jacobs gloss formula is one of my favorites, and that shade was Rebel Rebel, which is one of my favorite colors of all time. And I really love the Fenty glosses as well. I got her little Christmas bundle and actually gifted another bundle. I kind of separated them out and gifted those as well. So that is my very first video on this channel, trying out makeup organization. I hope you had a good time, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!